Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Stranded 101 Island. We gotta figure out a better name for this place than that. Stranded 101 Island doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. It's not exactly eloquent or elegant. If you guys have any suggestions on what we're gonna call our little island here, put them down in the comments. Otherwise, I will pick one, and I will make it very, very funny. Anyway, welcome back to Stranded 101. If you guys remember our last episode, which was the inaugural episode, we did all this. We started off on an island in the distance there, someplace. Gathered up all our materials, made a few things, got on our raft, came all the way over here. We migrated to our brand new island and our permanent home. And we are here. We set up our little base of operations, gathered a whole bunch of materials, made ourselves a shelter for saving and sleeping, made ourselves a solar still to get ourselves some fresh water, and a smoker so we could preserve any meat that we come across. And we did all that in the span of a day. Well, a day and a night, because it has gone into morning. It is now morning here on the brand new island, and we have a lot to do still, so we'll get into it. This episode, we're going to go over food and how to get it, and water and how to get it. We'll go over water since we need some water, and then we'll get into the food. Water is very, very easy to get as long as you have a solar still built. Solar still is going to gather water from condensation without any input from you, which is nice. You can see a little bit of water on the rock down there. It has 5 charges that it will charge up. Once it hits 5 charges, it won't gain any more, but there's not really any detriment to not taking water out, so don't worry too much about it. If you sleep through the night, when you wake up, you'll have full charges in the morning. So right now, you can see it has 2 of 5 charges on a little dial. If you hold E to interact, it won't do anything. You can't drink out of it, which I think is a little weird, but you know, so be it. In order to do this, you need a vessel to take water out of it. Now, there's 3 vessels that I know of in the game that are capable of taking water out of solar still. One of those is an empty drinkable coconut, and then there are 2 water jugs that you can craft yourself. One made out of leather, one made out of clay. Those are a little bit beyond what we can do at this point in time. So we're going to use this empty drinkable coconut. Press E to pick that up, have it equipped. Look at the solar still, hold E, and you see it's dropped to charge. Well, now, if you unequip it, go back in, it doesn't say that it is a drinkable coconut, but it does say food 1 serving. That means it is full of water. So if you equip it, you can hit mouse 1, and you have now drank it. See, give you 1 little bar of water. So if we look at our solar still again, that charges back. Hold E to interact, and then drink. See, it's just that easy. So as long as you keep an empty coconut next to your solar still, you'll always be able to drink water out of it, which is nice. The other 2 water containers, the water jugs, hold 3 and 5 charges respectively, so you can take water with you wherever you're going and not particularly run out. The other way to get water in the game is from coconuts. Now, coconuts are not a super efficient way of getting water, but they're great if you are dehydrated and you need to get it. Coconuts are easy enough to get. You just need to find a tree with some coconut nuts in it. If you chop down a tree and there's coconuts in it, they will fall down to the ground. You can pick them up. Or you can find a tree, find a coconut, stand underneath it, look at the tree, hold jump. That'll attach you to the tree. Hold W to climb up, and then press E to grab the coconut. It's that simple. If you find a short enough tree like this one, you can just pick the coconut from the ground and don't have to climb up, which is nice. As it stands, this coconut, as we have discovered before, is not very useful on its own, so you have to drop it on the ground. You have to equip a knife or an axe, that works too. Give it a good old smackaroo, and press E to pick it up, equip it, and then you can drink it. And again, coconuts are not a super efficient way, and they're not a sustainable way of getting water, because obviously eventually you're going to take all the coconuts off the trees on the island. But until you get your solar still built, it's a good way of doing that. But once you get the solar still made, there's really no need to drink from coconuts unless you're on a strange island and don't have any water. Moving on to food, well, I guess that's a good way to start is with the coconut. So 1 coconut will replenish 1 health, or 1 bar of hunger. So right now we're at 2 bars of hunger. So if you drop your empty drinkable coconut on the ground, you can then look at it with a knife or an axe, give it a whack, wickety wickety whack, and it has broken into 2 coconut halves. Well, I say halves, but if you look at that, it's more of a coconut. I wouldn't call it a third, but anyway. So you pick these up, equip it just like you would the drinkable one. Mouse 1 eats, another mouse 1 eats. So if you take a look, we've gone up 1 bar. So each half of a coconut will replenish half of a hunger bar. They don't display halves in the game though, so you'll have to eat 2 of them in order to get 1 bar. Not a particularly efficient way of getting your health back. Now, there's several other ways of getting food. There is meat, there's coconuts, there are fruits on the islands that you can pick off of trees, and then there's also potato plants. Now, I don't remember seeing a potato plant last night in our travels, but there could very well be one, and if there is, we will dig out the potatoes and we will cook them. Potatoes cannot be smoked, they can only be cooked. So I'm kind of hoping there's some barrels on one of these ships so they can make a hobo campfire. That way we'll be able to cook all the potatoes at once, because you can't cook them on a fire spit either. In terms of meat, well, meat can come from a couple different sources. Meat can come from the snakes around the island. I don't know if it can come from the birds, but we'll find out. No. Oh, I missed him. And I think I hit a rock with it, which means it's broken. Nope. There it is, sitting in the water like Trident's spear. So the fishing spear isn't just for fish. You can catch crabs with it as well. Let's see if we can't find a crab. I say that like they're hard to find. Aha! An unsuspecting crablet. All you gotta do is look at it with your spear and click. Alright, now you got the crab. In order to take it off, you gotta do kind of a little finagle where you click and then hit E. And there you go. Now you have the crab in your hand, well, in your inventory. You cannot cook a crab simply by putting it on the fire. It just doesn't happen. It used to be that way. You just put the whole crab on the fire, but not anymore. So let's get our crab out. We'll just drop it on the ground. Dead crab. You can pick it up. You can left click as much as you want. Nothing's going to happen. You're just going to caress the crab. You're going to hold the crab. You're going to cradle the crab. You're going to love the crab. So in order to do anything with this, you have to equip your knife, look at it, and hold E to skin. Ugh. So you saw he took a piece of meat off of that, and he went, ugh. He says that in a couple other lines every single time. You would think after a while he'd get used to it, but no, your 50th shark that you'll skin, he'll go, oh, it's disgusting. So, that gave us 1 small meat, and you can eat this as is, but I would not recommend it. It will make you sick. So take it, drop it on the ground, look at it, hold the right mouse button, and put it inside the smoker. Now we're gonna wait, because right now that's smoking. What smoking is gonna do to meat is it's gonna make it so that it does not spoil, ever. Smoked meat, to the best of my knowledge, unless there's a bug, will never go bad. Which is nice, because it means that you can kind of store up meat and not have to worry about it ever going bad. Raw meat does not last very long, and it's kind of a bummer to have a medium or large meat go bad on you. Once it goes bad, there's nothing you can do about it, just throw it away. Now, you can also get meat from the snakes on the island. I'm not going to bother, because it will take several spear strikes to kill this snake, and it only gives you 1 small meat. Sharks are an excellent source of meat, but until you get a refined spear, they're kind of a pain in the butt to deal with, so I don't usually recommend it. And then the other thing you can do is hunt boar, and boar are a little bit more manageable. Ah, wild potato plant. All right, get out your crude axe, your knife, and you're gonna hit it a couple times. That gives us 3 potatoes. These will not cook in the smoker, so don't even bother. So, let's see, I can't remember if we inspected... I know we inspected that shipwreck last night, but I don't know if we inspected this one. Oh, a stick we missed. Did you hear that bell? Did you hear? Did you hear? The ring-a-ding-ding? Alright, let's run back to get our tasty, sweaty meats. Aha. Smoked small meat. See how it's changed color? How it's nice dark brown. Press E to pick it up. Now we're going to equip it. Now, unfortunately, the picture for smoked small meat looks exactly the same as regular small meat. So if you have smoked small meat, or it's any smoked meat, and raw versions of the meat, they will stack together. So you have to be careful, because that's exactly what will happen, is sometimes you'll pick it up and you'll get the raw version of it. So you need to pay attention when you equip it. You need to make sure it's that dark brown color. If it doesn't look like you're holding a turd, you're not holding smoked meat. So now we can just left click to eat. There we go. We got full food. We're down 1 bar on water. Don't overly stress about not being totally full on water. Since I'm here, I'm going to drink, but don't, like, unless you are down to, say, 2 or 3 bars, I wouldn't overly stress about not being full on water. So there's a pig. There's another pig. We're going to end up having to craft spears to get them. There's a final food item, which I don't know if it's going to be on any of these shipwrecks. I'm kind of hoping it is. And that's a can of beans. And a can of beans is very nutritious, very delicious. It gives you a lot of food. It looks like... Yeah, it looks like we did these already. So, it basically is literally just a can of beans. You drop it on the ground, you hit it with an axe to open it, and then you eat it. Pick it up and eat it. It's just that easy. Just looking for a fruit bush here. There's 2 types of fruit, and you can harvest and eat them right off the bat, or you can farm them. And that means you're going to plant it into a plot that will grow a tree that will continuously grow fruit, which you can then use to plant more and more and more. That's going to be for another episode, because that's a little bit more of an advanced topic, so we're not going to worry about it. I'm not seeing any fruit trees right now. So I think the best course of action for us is going to be to go kill one of those boar. Easiest way to do it, I've found, you can do it with a bow, or you can do it with a couple of spears. So if you go to your tools and scroll down, crude spear just takes 1 stick. Crude bow takes a stick and a lashing. And then the arrows take sticks and stone tools. I don't really like using bows because it uses up rocks to make your stone tools, and to me, this early in the game, it's not really a good idea. So we're going to make some spears. We're going to hold C and craft 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for good measure. Spears are easy to use. You can left click to jab stab, and then you can hold right click to aim and left click to throw. Now I will say that if you have a spear equipped, you cannot drag anything, because the moment you look at it and hold right click, it's going to aim. As well, if you take a stick and you aim at a rock and hit the rock, it will break the spear and you won't be able to use it anymore. So just keep that in mind. Boar they can be tricky. So they move pretty slow until they're spooked, and then they run. So you want to try and hit them from a distance. There we go. It takes several strikes to kill a boar. And in the meantime, he's going to run around like a fool with a spear sticking out of him. Sometimes you can get lucky and trap them in some rocks. Yeah, see, it takes quite a number of hits with a basic spear to kill them. But they make a nice little ragdoll thing when they do. You know, Snake, you're really getting up my butt here. We're gonna have to fix this snake problem, I think. And I think we're gonna have to do it right now. Go ahead, coil up, make yourself an easy target. I don't know if he was coming at me or not. I've never seen snakes attack me, but... Woo! Alright, so we can take our knife, look at him, and skin him.
Oh, gross.
Oh, gross. You only get one meat off of those, which is fine. Now, your boar, on the other hand, I believe you get 2 leather and 2 medium meat.
Oh, gross. Oh, it's disgusting.
Not enough room in inventory. So why? Why? Why is that? Oh, because it's only stacks to 4. Alright, well, we'll do that then.
Ugh.
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 So when you see him do that little jerk, that means you're done. And then the body will obviously disappear. So we're going to pick this up, and we are going to go back to the hut. Oh man, there's 2 sticks that we missed. What are we going to do? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop this meat. And then, pick our knife back up. We're going to pick up stick, and then we are going to equip those. Oh, come on. Inventory management for this game is a little wonky. It needs some help. So we're going to refill our campfire, and all you got to do is equip your sticks, look at it, and hold E to interact. You see it's got some charges down the bottom. It'll take 4 sticks to fully fill it back up. And then our kindling is where? Up here. Now we're going to pick our meats up, and we're going to drop them off right in here. We're going to drop them off right in here, as I said. Alright, that will keep us for right now. Potatoes... 2, 3, drop those. Potatoes I'm going to take in. Now you hear that sizzling? That means it's cooking. It can be a little hard to position them over the fire until you get the hobo fire set up, so you can kind of wedge them in there and they'll just sort of clip into the fire and stick. Sort of. The other alternative is to just sit here and hold it over the fire, but I'm not doing that. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's see. No! Oh, you little... We need that hobo fire bad. We may have to settle on just 1 potato for right now. Okay, anyway, how are we doing on food and water? Food and water, we're okay with. We're getting low on the old sleep, though. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sleep through the night. First, we're going to save. Then, we're going to sleep. And it may still be dark when we wake up, and that's okay. Yeah, it's still dark, but that's alright, because it won't be for very long. So when you sleep, you notice that your drink has gone down quite a bit more than your food. But your solar still is now full, so go ahead and take a few drinks out of that and get yourself charged back up. We'll check on our meats. You can leave them on the smoker pretty much indefinitely, and that's not going to hurt anything. I swear to God, Potato, if you don't get back onto this fire. There you go. Cooked potato. Let's just give it a shot. We'll pick up a stick or two, and we will re-stoke our fire. Alright, so we have smoked medium meat, smoked small meat, and we'll just eat the small one, then we're going to take the medium and we're going to put it in this crate. Because we can. So yeah, that's how you guys get food. Very quick and easy to just go out and kill a boar. Unfortunately, you only have a finite source of boars on your island, so you're going to want to make sure that you do that responsibly. Once you have killed all the boars and snakes on your island, you're left with crabs. And I wouldn't go killing all of them either. You want to generally try to leave some behind so they can at least grow and reproduce. However, a really good source of food are sharks. And those are going to have to be for another episode because, well, they can be kind of tricky, but they're out there. I know they're out there. They're waiting and watching for me to go into the water so they can nibble my bum. In order to do that, though, we are going to need a refined spear. So, if we go into our crafting, crude spear takes 1 stick. A refined spear, which I've probably already gone by, yes I have, takes a spear, it takes another stone tool, or a stone tool, but also takes leather lashings. Now, in order to get leather, you need to make a tanning rack, which takes 4 sticks and 4 lashings. So we've got the 4 sticks right here. We just need to make some lashings. And we used up all our lashings making everything else, I believe. Yep, we did. So we are going to go have to collect more of these fiber sleeves. First things first, though, I'm going to drop some of this stuff. The spears, I'm going to drop those. And the fishing spear is going to go back in here. Yeah, then equip it first. There we go. Now, there was a yucca plant up there. Yep, there's a yucca plant right ahead. Don't you even think about it. Delicious fibrous leaves. And I can't remember if there was a second. Oh, dawn of a new day. That's enough of that. I don't know if there's a third yucca plant on the island or not. I'm kind of hoping there is, because if there isn't, that's going to sort of curtail our spear making activities until they regrow. There is, but I've already harvested it. Okay, well, so we don't have enough lashings to make ourselves a tanning rack, but that's okay. We've got enough to make 2 so far. So we can wait for that one and that one to regrow, which is going to be another 24 hours. In the meantime, what we can do is take 1, we'll do 2, 3, 4 of these. Rawhide I'm going to put into this crate here, and my axe I'm going to just drop right here. What we're going to do... Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm going to have to put both of the rawhide in there. What we're going to do is we're going to inspect these shipwrecks because that's basically all we can do right now. Hopefully, maybe there's a can of beans on there. Maybe there's bandages or some engine parts, etc. Because I'd like to be able to make a raft. Or, yeah, make a raft, but also have an engine on it. But I want to bring along a spear for protection. We're not really going to be able to kill a shark with it, especially not in the water, but we'll at least be able to give him a good poke. So let's get down in the water here. Keep your ears open for that ominous music. Get down in. Ah, nice barrels. Just what we needed. Gonna grab that. Grab that. I'm not gonna really worry about looking in them. Compass, cool. Embryonics, just simply because another compass. Oh, we do have air down here. That's kind of nice. Open up the door, and is there anything in here? No, nothing in here. Okay, go back out. We'll go up, and there's a crate there, and there are tires, which is nice too. Come on. Anytime you want to get on that ship would be great. Can I get up there or not? Sometimes these ships are placed in just such a position that it's almost impossible to get on them. Ah, there we go. Cool. What do we got in here? 2 tarps. Oh boy, a fishing spear. Great. We've got tires. So I've got tires and I've got barrels, so I'll be able to make a raft, which is kind of nice. Let me see here. Let me put some of these down to see if I can fit stuff inside them. So I can put the antibiotics in there. There's not like, oh, nice. We got a refined hammer. Hey, we've got leather, sweet, and some cloth, and morphine, a label maker, duct tape. Oh, duct tape. That's super important. And of course, there's a shark. Why wouldn't there be a shark? I mean, really, why would there not be a shark? Jerk. All right, so let's equip our spear. Because there's another shipwreck here. We're gonna have to wait for this shark to go by. Hope he doesn't circle around and get us right in the buttocks. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, that's fortuitous that we've got that leather, because now that means we can make a refined spear and kill him. So let's get over here. Drop our treasure trove of boxes. We're going to dig out the leather. We've got a spear on us already, but we're going to have to craft a stone tool, and that means, haha, refined spear. Nice. I can't believe how many I've got. Look at those fishing spears. It's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Alright, so the trick to killing sharks around your island is to find a shallow spot like this and draw him in. And what'll happen is he's going to continuously try and pass back and forth to get you, and every time he goes back, you just give him a little bit of a poke. It's a matter of finding that sweet spot where you can stand, where he's not going to be able to get you. It can be a little tricky to find, but... you'll probably have to get in the water to do it. give him a little poke. Looks like that's going to be the spot. Don't forget to go up for air. Yeah, finally got him. Nice. How many hits did that take? Did you guys count? Because I sure didn't. Anyway, so once you kill him, you can just hold your right mouse button and drag him ashore. Now, there's a couple tricks to these sharks. So, every island has about 3 to 4 of these tiger sharks swimming around it. You can kill them and get your meat, and you're good to go. Or, you can kill them and just leave them on the island. Now, the reason I say this is they respawn in 24 hours. So, you can kill them now, but in 24 hours, another one's going to take his place. Unless you don't skin this guy. So the game doesn't consider this thing dead until the actual body has despawned, which it will not do until you skin it. So if you just leave it, he's never going to respawn, which is kind of nice. So what you could potentially do, and what I have done in the past, is figure out exactly how many sharks are around your island, kill all but one. Or, yeah, kill all but one, but just leave them on the island. They can be kind of your island sharks. They can just kind of sit here and hang out with you. But leave the one, and then you kill and skin that one, and that's your source of meat. But then you don't have to worry about constantly fighting off sharks around the island. So, you get a couple different options. Or if you don't mind really bothering with them, you know, once you've got everything figured out, you know, with the shipwrecks, there's not really any reason to go back into the water, except for maybe mining, which we're going to get into later. So, you know, it may not be worth it for you to even bother. In which case, disregard everything I just said. So, in order to get into this one, we have to go through here, but we can't because the rocks have blocked the way, so hopefully there's nothing in there that's worth it. But we can get up in here. So, let's see what the large locker has. Hey, nice. More leather, morphine, more duct tape, which I can't really use, but it's okay. Wood crate with 2 fishing spears in it. Oh boy, I'm telling you what, guys, these fishing spears are causing me to have a rash. Ah, more barrels. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like those barrels. I'm gonna stop talking like this because it's even making me uncomfortable. So, I'm gonna need to get some air. So, okay, we know that we've already done that one. We know that we've got barrels and tires on that one, and we've got barrels on this one. So we've got enough to make a raft, and we've also got enough to make a hobo stove. So we will do that next episode. Thank you for joining me, guys. We successfully killed a shark. It's a big bugger, too. There's more lurking around the island, though, so we're going to have to take care of those at some point. We're going to have to clear the rest of the snakes off the island, but at least we have a source of leather now, so that's good, because that'll allow us to make other things, you know, in our little tool inventory here, like a refined pick, more refined spears, which will make it easier to kill the boar and everything. Eventually, if we find an air tank, we'll be able to make a spear gun. And then, most importantly for me, the water skin, because that'll allow us to carry water with us everywhere. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Next episode, we're going to go over a few more crafting things and what we can do with the leather. And then we're going to get into building. We're going to start building our base. We're going to build a little farm plot. And we might visit another island, see if we can get some more materials and find some fruit that we can then plant into the farm plot. And we'll go from there. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.